Amazing Grace is another person's fast and toy story.
Amazing Graces!
Another person's passport choice story.
Yay! Amazing Graces!
Another person's passport choice story.
Yay!
Hello, what's up guys? My name is Percy and I'm the Guinness World Record holder for the largest collection of fast food toys. Yeah, baby! Okay. So we're here once again to tell you another amazing and stupendous and awe-inspiring Percy's fast food toy story. And so for today, boy, have I got a toy for you. Because yeah, once again, this is a very exciting toy from a series of toys called Jollibee Collectibles, and these were released in 2016 around December. And I do remember collecting this when I was still living in a condo near Magallanes. It's a San Lorenzo village, and now we're renting the condo unit, which is also good because we could use the extra earnings from the condo. But before, when there was no renter yet, I was actually the one who was taking care of the condo unit. I basically lived there, and since it's very proximate to where I work, I mean, I felt all the conveniences of living in Manila. I mean, you simply get out of the condo unit, and then out there would be the LRT, and then this LRT will eventually lead you to Manila, the Manila Central Station, and downstairs would be a walking distance to the office. So basically, even if you have to wake up around 7:30 or 7, you can actually reach the office without being tired. And I just love it. It's wonderful. It's the first time that I actually lived in a condo, and it was a wonderful experience. Okay, now during my sojourn, that temporary stay in the condo, I was able to collect all of these, and one of them is actually Jollibee. This is from, like I said, Jollibee Collectibles, and this is Jollibee Jeepney. Okay, I suppose by now, for those of you who are a little bit more familiar with the Filipino, you know that the jeepney is the national mode of transport. Aside from Kalesa, when there are no jeepneys, the Kalesa is the staple. But since a lot of the Americans left all of these war vehicles, the ingenuity of the Filipino was able to actually transform them into a public utility vehicle. So these used to be the jeepneys of the American GIs, which were sort of abandoned with the end of the World War the wars. And then given the ingenuity, like I said, and the creativity of the Filipino, they transformed it into a public utility vehicle, and a very colorful one at that. I mean, they actually designed it ostentatiously. Very the aggrandizement that they actually did for all of these vehicles are so mesmerizing. I mean, no two jeepneys actually alike. Each one is distinctly decorated and designed. You can basically see a lot of artworks on the side of the jeepney, and with the flags and all of those other ornaments that they tried to add in the jeepney, made it a very unique and wonderful symbol of the Filipino culture. Okay, so this is it, Jollibee and the jeepney. Okay, at the back we have some instructional here, some illustrations on how you can actually play with this particular toy from Jollibee. And for today, we're so lucky because I decided to actually open this up for us to be able to see so much more clearly this wonderful and amazing toy by Jollibee way back in 2016. Okay, let's open it up. Be careful. This is quite a collectible, if I may do say so myself. Okay, so this is it, and then we'll try to remove the base. So this is it. Well, as you can see, there seems to be this is not exactly the right scale, because Jollibee, if you were in the normal size of the Filipino, would definitely be a little bit more smaller as compared to the size of the Jeepney, but this one is for some illustration purposes. They scaled it smaller than the usual scale for the Jeepney, just to show, yeah, the details of the Jeepney. Okay, so there it is. As you can see, there's a spare tire here with some flamboyance and designs, and the decorations here. And then on the side, you would see all of the destinations, all the stops of the Jeepney. It will be for Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Okay, so the destination of this Jeep is actually the whole of the Philippines. So he's going to Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. But the normal jeepneys would have all of the stops. Like for example, if it's going to Quiapo, there will be Quiapo on the side so that the passengers will immediately know where the jeepney is headed to. Just to avoid the possibility of actually riding a jeepney which is not in the direction of their destination. Okay, so as you can see, even if it is a miniature version, there's apparently a lot of ostentatious decoration that was applied in this particular jeepney. And then on top, there's a Jollibee sign there. Usually it's the name of the family that is put on top of the jeepney, and then some other artworks are also put there. And then over at the back, there's this opening, and so passengers can actually go through this particular passage. And then the jeepney could accommodate at most 16 passengers, 18 on each side. And then you would hold on to the bar, and then when you try to pay, you simply say "bayad po," and even if you're at the other end of the jeepney, you simply courteously tell the other passengers "pasuyo po," and they will immediately and kindly, if I may add, deliver the fare that you're trying to give the jeepney driver. So you have to remember, you say "pasuyo po," bayad. And then once you're in your destination, you simply holler "para po," para, and that will immediately signal the jeepney driver to stop the vehicle so that you can actually descend. Okay, so this is it. Now we have Jollibee here, and then there is a paper here. I think we have to remove it so that you will see. Well, if the battery is not yet dried up, you can actually hear a sound from Jollibee. And there at the back of Jollibee is a button and a speaker here at the back of Jollibee. So once you push this this button, it will actually make Jollibee move its head like so. Well, apparently the battery is dried up. That is why we're not hearing any sound. But what we're supposed to hear is, he would say, "Tara, sakay na." It means he's inviting all the passengers to ride sakay na sa jeepney. Well, unfortunately, I wish I could say that. But what it's supposed to say is, "Tara, sakay." Yeah, that means come on, let's ride this jeepney. Okay, this is a pretty amazing toy. And I would say this is just an amazing grace. So once again, guys, let's try to be thankful to God for all the amazing grace that come to our lives, be they in the form of a Jollibee toy with a Filipino jeepney here. An amazing toy and a great addition to my Percy's fast food toy collection. Or also be thankful for this jeepney, this wonderful public utility vehicle. I mean, since high school, I've been riding the jeepney from Pampanga to, from Apali to San Fernando or San Simon. That's where I studied, and then I went to San Fernando. It's a jeepney that I always usually ride. And now that I'm working in Manila, there's always an opportunity for me to travel short distances around the metropolis using the jeepney. Yeah, I might go to Quiapo and I would ride the jeepney because since the office is in Intramuros, I would visit all the different places in Manila. Usually, almost always it is with the Jeepney that actually gives me the opportunity to visit all of these amazing places. And what a ride! What a ride every time I try to ride the Jeepney. Not only is it very colorful, but you also get a chance to see the very colorful people who are very kind enough to actually, courteously help you out, especially when you're trying to give your fare to the Jeepney driver. Pasuyo po! Okay, or basically guys, let's be thankful for every amazing grace, be they small or big, be they seemingly insignificant or the truly eventful ones, or just about every amazing grace that make our lives a lot more happy and jolly. And I thank you guys for also tuning in to First is Fast with Toy Story. Thank you to the new subscribers. Please keep them coming because we still have a lot more First is Fast with Toy Stories up my sleeves. So until the next one, bye bye, see you around.